The London and Johannesburg listed Pan-African saw its headline earnings fall on lower grades today, but a maiden profit coming out of its platinum project and also a proposal for a dividend.
There are a lot of pressures from all areas. The effect of Eskom on our gold production. During the past year, mainly at Evander, we had 11 days of planned and unplanned cuts from Eskom, where we lost electric power. As an indicator, the first 2 months of this year, we lost 4 days. And these 4 days were all unplanned. So Eskom is under pressure, and it's passing that pressure on to us as gold producers.
I'm Dylan Martin from Cannon Asset Managers. With regards to certain risks to operations, such as Eskom interruptions.
The bigger problem to me at this point in time is the potential risk around power outages. At Evander we mine 2,300 meters below surface. We speak about safety of our people and the environment that we work in. To have the power switched off all of a sudden, with refrigeration plants stopping, and people having to sit on levels on the stations waiting to get hoisted to surface, it's not comfortable for the people, and I don't think it's very good for relations as well. Management normally gets blamed for that type of problem and not Eskom.
What are some of our mitigation plans?
Eskom, we need power. We have, I think if you have a look through the figures, Evander, specifically Evander, Barberton as well, but remember Barberton brought the BTRP in line. Evander did reduce its power consumption during the last year, quite dramatically. We've got quite a few power loading systems that we brought in, including power clipping, as we call it, where we switch off unnecessary equipment when the mine's off. Shut down some of the winders, shut down some of the compressors and that. So from a consumption point of view, we actually at Evander, I think, are controlling it relatively well. Where we do have a problem is that at Evander we need to supply additional power for the ETRP, which should start pumping in the next few months, doing cold commissioning and that. So we're going to consume more power. Other than that, there's really not much we can do in the hands of Eskom.
And shares going to employees, I think you said at the Evander operations. Could you give us more insights on that?
It's financed via a notional loan structure, so the operation, the idea would be we're in the process of implementing Barberton now, and Evander will follow in the next financial year, 5% per operation. Again, financed, fully vendor financed. That loan attracts, or that preference share funding attracts or a dividend or a return for the company, and hence the dilution to shareholders is pretty limited.
Those shares in the employees' hands, when will they vest?
It's a pretty long dated scheme. It's 10 years. Effectively, what it will mean is that employees on the mine will own 5% of the shares in the underlying operations. It was vendor financed, a very limited dilution to shareholders. In terms of the transaction structure, we believe it's the right thing to do for our employees, and it also increases our empowerment credentials.
That was Pan-African Resources complaining about problems with Eskom and also introducing an ESOP and other community benefits at its mines in South Africa.